Hi, my name is Maddie. Oh my god. And welcome back to my kitchen. So we are back at it again, preparing breakfast, doing a little breakfast meal prep. I don't think it'll be as chatty as last time because I gotta get this done. So you might get some voiceover maybe rambling about what has been plaguing me lately. But regardless, we are here doing a little breakfast meal prep because I'm still in a place where I really can't be spending my lunch breaks meal prepping breakfast. Did this video do well last time I did a breakfast meal prep video? Absolutely not. It did not do well. It did not do well at all. However, this channel is called Maddie Does What She Wants, not Maddie Does What She Thinks will get the most views. So I'm just doing what I want. I have to do this anyway. Why not make it into content? So much like last time, today we will be prepping 3 breakfast meal ideas. One of them is a thing we did last time. However, I am gonna do a slight spin, a slight difference on it. So we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But the first thing we will be doing are egg bites. Now, I'm not a fan of egg bites. I said this in the last video. I don't like them. However, I had a lovely commenter named Erin comment and say that she knows the secret to good egg bites. And she said it's fat and salt. Same. That's how this lovely body was made, ladies and gentlemen. It was fat and it was salt and it was sugar, spice, and everything nice. Okay. So I'm doing that, although I've already done wrong by Erin because she said full fat cottage cheese, and I did not get full fat cottage cheese. I'm sorry, Erin. So if it tastes bad, it's not Erin's fault, it's my fault. Also, to be fair, I'm also cooking something that I don't usually like. So if I don't like it, it's not Erin's fault, it's my fault. But we are going to be calling this Erin's Egg Bites, and this will be our first recipe. So let's get into it. So I feel like egg bites are one of the easiest things to make, which is partially why I didn't make them in the last video, because I feel like they're in every breakfast meal prep video. But I did want something easy to make, and Erin just seemed very confident about her egg bites, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I mentioned that I had some thoughts plaguing me in my intro, and I feel like now is the perfect time to talk about them. I don't want to get too far into it, but the current state of my country and the political and economic climate has been seriously depressing me, to the point that I'm considering deleting all my social media and further sticking my head in the sand. I don't really get political on this channel, partially because making this content is an escape for me, but also because I weirdly have a lot of viewers from outside the country. Shout out to my Australian and German viewers, and maybe some more that I don't even know about. The point is, I know that this doesn't apply to a lot of my viewers, but I feel like I just cannot stay quiet anymore about the state of affairs in my country, and specifically the gatekeeping of people's access to food. I think I would be sad enough knowing that there are a lot of people who don't have access to food right now, but since the government shutdown, I have seen the ugliest behavior from folks who consider themselves to be good people. Regardless of how anyone feels about someone who's using government benefits, the fact of the matter is, the most helpless people of all are hurting from this, the children. And I hate invoking the children as, an argument, but it's just a fact, because I'm no stranger to government assistance. When I was a kid, I benefited from free or reduced school lunch programs. I was able to take my ACT twice at no cost because of a program I qualified for because of my family's income. I got a FAFSA when I went to college. I have felt the sting of opening up an empty pantry. And yes, my family has used food stamps before when I was a child. I will always feel empathy and sympathy for those who are struggling because the system makes it harder and harder for people to succeed. And it is really hard not to feel powerless at this moment. And it's not much, but I am going to donate the AdSense from this video, plus some more of my own money, to a local food bank, and I encourage you to do the same. I can't fix the system, but I can help a family put some food on the table. And yes, I feel like things are really broken right now, but our compassion doesn't have to be. And I feel like that's something we should all be able to agree with. I promise the rest of this video will be lighter. Like I said, I just couldn't stay quiet about this anymore because it really has been heavy on my heart. I hope you guys love and take care of each other, especially during the holidays, but just always. Okay, I know it's going to be a real vibe shift, but I am going to show myself trying Aaron's egg bites now, and I hope you guys take care and enjoy the rest of the video. It was in this moment that I realized, God, I'm zoomed in, that I f***ed up. Kind of. For some reason, I don't know why, it's only 8 eggs. For some reason, I'm like, yeah, this will fill 12. Why? I don't know why. So we're gonna fix this. This will make 6 very large. These are huge. They're about a cup size full of muffin things. Maybe I should have doubled up Aaron's recipe, but it's too late now. Whoopsie doopsie. Okay, so I thought we would try, I hate to take a whole one to try, but Henry doesn't like eggs. But I thought we would try Aaron's egg bites and see how we like them. If I don't like these, just know I don't typically like them. And also, I didn't get full fat cottage cheese, which is what she suggested. Sorry you can hear Hank squawking in the background. He's having a grand old time. And who am I to stop him? Good. I was about to ask Henry if he wants to try it. Henry does not like eggs.
I do not. Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Good and salty. I did a teaspoon of salt because I googled just how much salt for 8 scrambled eggs. The turkey sausage is good and salty, and it's like kind of dispersed throughout. I did half a pound for 6, which may be a lot, but that's just what my heart said to do. Granted, 6 large egg muffins. And I also did 2 servings of cheese over the course of 6, so not per egg muffin. Sorry, that's kind of how that sounded. But yeah, it's really solid. Maybe I did too much. I'm going to have to check the macros. But like I said, I just followed my heart and what Aaron said. But yeah, this is a win. Thank you very much, Aaron, for your egg bites. Okay, we are on to the next recipe, and I feel like you can't even see everything I have here. Here's some berries, got some cottage cheese hidden behind here. It's definitely the most intensive recipe. We have to make our own oat flour. You can buy oat flour, but he said you could also blend it and make your own. That's what I'm gonna do because here's the thing, I'm a lazy beach, so there's that. But this is sheet pan protein pancakes, no protein powder. Really appreciate that. People be throwing protein powder into everything, and like more often than not, it is not good. But the issue I have with the whole like, oh my god, just put protein powder in it. Now you need this extra special mint chocolate chip protein powder. It's only sold in December in the Netherlands. But that's the one you need. That will make this good. Anything else will make it utter swill. Okay. I need to probably get some generic vanilla protein powder. The only protein powder I have is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Quest protein powder. And it just doesn't go good in everything. But protein powder is like a big freaking investment. So, yeah, okay. Rambling aside, I'm glad that this recipe for these sheet pan protein pancakes does not have that. I debated because I have been eating the Premier protein pancakes. So I'm like, really, Maddie, you need more protein pancakes? But I'm just curious to see how this will turn out. It's got some interesting ingredients. Like I said, we're making our own oat flour. It also calls for instant dry milk, which is fascinating. I have never used such a thing. So I hope I like this recipe because this was the smallest box they had at the store. But we are going to get to it. As usual, I will link everything down below. He has a video recipe and then like the written recipe, and I believe the video recipe, he doubled his written recipe. That's the vibe I'm getting. If I'm wrong, because I'm going to double the recipe because this is meal prep for a lot. And also this is a lot to do for just like one pan of pancakes. We want all the pancakes. Okay. I don't even know where to start, so let's just get to it. So this recipe was a hot mess, which was both my fault and the creator's fault. I just felt like it was overly complicated, and little did I know I was about to dirty every damn bowl in my apartment. The first thing I did was add milk, maple syrup, unsweetened applesauce, and cottage cheese to a blender cup. only to realize I actually needed my actual blender because the cup was not enough. Then after that, you blend up the cottage cheese until it's fully broken up, which feels like it takes 4 freaking ever. All right, we've got 3 cups. Let's see how much that makes. We need 4 cups of oat flour. Jesus Christ. I feel like the equations lady. All right. It took about 6 cups of oats to make 4 cups of oat flour. Please keep in mind that this is a double batch, although I am starting to become concerned about the calories because we are trying to be healthy up in here. Sorry, you can hear Hank fussing in the background. That's just the way it goes. Next are egg whites. We are going to whip them. We're not making a meringue according to him. We're just trying to get some air up in there. Okay, I'm having a day, y'all. After we whip our egg whites to where they're nice and frothy and they have a bunch of air, we want to add that weird powdered milk along with our oat flour that we just made in the food processor. The recipe also calls for baking soda and baking powder, if you can believe it. 1 was not enough. And then we also added some salt for good measure. Then back over to our egg white bowl where we added that weird milk syrup, cottage cheese, applesauce concoction from earlier. From there, I hope you have your biggest mixing bowl in the kitchen because we are adding those blended oats to that freaking mixture and then we're mixing it all up. And this is the point where you probably sense that I feel a little salty about this recipe, and I do, because not only did I dirty over half of the daggum bowls in my apartment, but I also dirtied all of my ninja accessories to make this damn thing.
So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you, unless this thing tastes like gold in a bowl, the Queen of England would have to be coming here to eat before I would do this again.
And, I'm gonna let y'all wait for my review, but I'm gonna be real. It would have had to taste like freaking heaven for it to be worth all this effort. And spoiler alert, it did not taste like heaven. After that, I spread some parchment paper over my cookie sheets, and I even sprayed some Pam cooking spray because I was gonna be damned if this was going to stick after all that hard work. I was even getting the sides and shit. You think this is a game? You think this is a f***ing game? Finally, I added the mixture, and I tried to get it in even parts over both of the cookie sheets. I still found some dry patches of batter, which is hella annoying because I feel like I mixed forever, but I was also afraid of over-mixing, so I mixed it again in the stupid pan to make sure that there weren't any clumps of oat flour. Finally, I added some fresh blueberries, and I had no idea if it would come out well, but also some raspberries. And then I also added some Lily's chocolate chips. So let's head over to Pass Maddie for that taste test. Okay, Hank has since gone to sleep, so we have to be quiet. I'm gonna be real. These do not look like much. They really don't. I do have parchment paper under them, but I don't have the kind where I can like make it stick up out of the pan. Okay, this is hard to do one-handed, it turns out. But I sprayed the crap out of it with Pam, and it does look like it came out pretty easily. I did put blueberries in this part. They just kind of disappeared. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're there at the bottom. All right. These were a lot of work. They do look like a kind of fluffy, good pancake. So let's give it a go. Okay, it's not the pancake's fault. Those blueberries were just very tart. They taste healthy, for sure. They definitely need maple syrup, which kind of sucks. I hate it when something needs something, but they do. Henry, do you want to come give them a try?
Yeah, they definitely need like some syrup or something on them.
It tastes like a buckwheat pancake.
Oh, that's a good call, yeah. Wow.
It's a deep cut. Mm-hmm. How dare you? You ate the good blueberry side.
No, there's more blueberry there. We don't know.
It's fine. It's solid. It was not worth the work. Next time I'll just get oat flour. But yeah. Okay, we are on to the last thing, which is something I have done on this channel before. It is baked oatmeal. I can't call them bites because the cups, the silicone cup mold I use is actually pretty substantial. So yeah. There's that. But yeah, I kind of have all my stuff mise en place because I'm ready to get this over with because that last recipe about took me out. But okay. So I actually made these in my last breakfast meal prep video, but with that one I did frozen blueberries. It's not my recipe, so I will link the video down below where I got this recipe from. The first thing you want to do is add your oats, of course, followed by baking powder, cinnamon, salt, brown sugar, and then you want to give her a mix. Then you want to add your milk, pure maple syrup, and melted butter. Make sure it's all combined before you add your eggs, and once again, mixy. Now, I did sliced strawberries this time to change it up. Fun fact, Walmart actually substituted my bag of sliced strawberries for whole strawberries, and when I tried to select that I wanted to return it, the app told me to just keep it. So now I have a giant 48-ounce size bag of whole frozen strawberries that I have no idea what to do with. I'm sure I'll make some smoothies, but if any of you guys have any ideas of stuff that I can do with these whole strawberries, please let me know. After that, you portion them out into our lovely silicone muffin trays and you bake them. These freeze up great and you can eat them with a little milk and maple syrup, and they honestly hit. I felt like the blueberry was better than the strawberry. I don't know, the strawberry just like released more liquid and they were a bit more tart, but to the shock of no one, I'm still gonna eat it. Alright, I'm not going to try those because I feel like I know what they taste like. Same thing, but with strawberries. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do the usual stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. The YouTube wizards really like that for the growth of my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!